So I've been using the Nothing Phone 4a and the 4a Pro quite a bit now, and I have quite a few thoughts on each of these devices. At the end of the video, I'll let you know which is the best overall pick, so let's jump right into it. I will say it's been very interesting using both of these devices over the last few weeks. I'll go ahead and charge both of these up and then throw them in a bag, and we'll take them with me so I can go touch some grass and then give you my thoughts on both of these devices. Just note, for both of these devices, they're not certified, truly certified on US carriers, so I am using T-Mobile and it works flawlessly with no issues or drop connections. The connectivity is strong and I haven't had any issues throughout my use. To certify these in the US, it would cost nothing, hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars, and then the devices would actually cost more for the consumers here in the US. Both the Nothing Phone 4a and the 4a Pro have held up very nicely throughout my usage. I don't use a case personally, and the plastic design of this Nothing Phone 4a has held up great with no scuffs, dents, or dings. Similar for the aluminum on the Nothing 4a Pro, it's held up very nicely in my use without a case. I actually dropped this once or twice, and it's still holding up with no scuffs, dents, or dings either. The standard 4a pairs a vibrant 1600 nit 120Hz AMOLED screen with a snappy 7S Gen 4 chipset that delivers a sharp display while delivering dependably snappy everyday performance. Upgrading to the 4a Pro elevates the experience with a bright 5000 nit 144 Hz and flawlessly fast Snapdragon 7 Gen 4 processor. Just note that only a handful of games support the 144 Hz. In terms of how the cameras compare from the 4a Pro to the regular 4a, just note that none of these photos I've taken were edited or altered in any way. These are just point, shoot, and click photos directly from these devices to show you what the raw photos look like directly out of each of these. So go ahead and let me know in the comments your thoughts. Overall, the photos are decent. They're not going to be flagship level, but again, pretty decent. In terms of video for the 4a, here's a few samples. And here's a few video samples out of the 4a Pro as well. The Nothing Phone 4a and 4a Pro both deliver stellar battery life, clean software, and a rare 3.5x optical zoom, but skip wireless charging and full water resistance. Step up to the 4a Pro for premium aluminum build, a blindingly bright 144Hz screen, and faster performance. Stick with the standard 4a if you prefer Nothing's signature transparent aesthetic and a lighter, budget-friendly plastic frame. However, just note there's an interesting divide this year. The regular 4a isn't available here in the US, only the 4a Pro is. What I've gathered from this stark contrast in US availability, Nothing believes the US only prefers premium or Pro devices, but funny enough, their flagship Phone 3 is priced at only $100 more at $599, both on their website as well as on Amazon. For most, I'd say skip this and just jump right to the Phone 3. Most aren't buying devices outright anyways in the US, and the ones that are will get a much better experience for the $100 jump. Nothing needs to face reality. The brand is entirely missing out on 83% of smartphone financers who buy their iPhones and Samsung straight from their providers, not outright. So as a US consumer, when you're faced with $599 for the flagship or $499 for what is essentially called the Pro, most are going to go with the Phone 3. Now don't get me wrong, there's a lot to love about the Nothing Phone 4a Pro. I love the build, I love the overall design, it looks really aesthetically pleasing. I also really enjoy the glyph matrix here versus the glyph bar on the 4a. I will note about the build, however, I found the array creaks and cracks when using a cloth to wipe off the cameras. It doesn't sound great, it's a little unnerving. Take a listen. The standard 4a still delivers Nothing's signature transparent aesthetic and snappy software, making it a perfectly capable mid-ranger that looks great on camera. However, having the premium aluminum unibody of the Pro in the hand makes the regular 4a's smudge-prone plastic frame and inconsistent image processing feel like too much of a compromise. However, while I do enjoy both devices, there can only be one pick, and my pick would be the Nothing Phone 4a. Honestly, the 4a Pro is barely an upgrade over the standard 4a, and it's priced dangerously close to the flagship Phone 3, so the regular 4a remains the undisputed best value. So of course, let me know your thoughts on both of these devices. Do you prefer the 4a or the 4a Pro? Which design do you like the most? Let's discuss in the comments down below. I look forward to the discussion, and as always, thank you for watching, take care, and stay safe.